Better leave it to the professionals.
Blessed by Bundy, blah, blah, blah.
Started off with a bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living the dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
Surfing on the web and I'm shooting at 3. I've been golden when I got my G. I'm an alien boy from a different planet, yeah. So I got my drink, I'm riding in the 1920s Model T Ford. Call her Era Lord. Call me Levi, playing on the keys, boy. And I'm about to put my gloves on. If I said it, then I meant that. Yeah, I like that one, I'm about to get that. Crash that whip for the drumsticks, whiplash. I'm about to get them all. Are you with that? In a white boat, surrounded by blue. I want one, but I got a cop too. I wanna fly high in the sky, arms out wide, trying to soar from a bird's eye view. I'm on fire, Ricky, Bobby, cracking the pavement, Whitney, Bobby. I'm a Saki bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Bruce Wayne been a dog, and I keep it 101, cause I'm feeling kinda spotty. You sipping on some rock and I'm sipping on octane. The only thing around my neck is the
Started off with a
blockchain.
bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living the dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
NFT, Twitter, blockchain. Seeing with the ghosts and we ballin' like LeBron James. Crypto. We can make a trade, get the memo. Refuse not falling for the FOMO. Listening to coffee with Captain. You know we worldwide, they loco. I ain't never gonna stop rapping. Orlando, yeah, we working magic. We rocking Ethereum entities. I just went and caught me a half base. Man, I got a shout out
Started
to
off with a
Bode.
bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living the dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
Freaking the mood to choose one, but they got knowledge to move, son. I'm shocking in shades with my brother in suits, yeah, them blues is coming. Even though it's hard to pick, eeny, mighty, mo, soda on the mix, no biting lips, it's time to go. Index number 1, no thumbs up, you gotta scroll. Looking at the ghost in studio, it's time to go. Had a helmet on by myself until I met a mask that wanted to have a face off. So I had to bring my chainsaw, full tank of gas in the drive with my brakes off. I'm A1, but a different kind of steak sauce.
Welcome to Coffee with Captain, powered by ApeCoin, where we dive into all things crypto, NFTs, Web3, and cutting-edge technology. Remember, nothing here is financial advice. Early-stage tech can be exceptionally volatile and risky. So grab your coffee and join Cap and Steve for today's conversation.
Welcome to the future.
Welcome to Coffee with Captain GM. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate y'all being here. Happy Friday. Shout out to all of our early GMers there. Teacher Katie leading the way in the abstract chat, along with Chris. Big congrats to Chris Voigt with the new, hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly, Chris Voigt Juggle over there in the abstract chat. Picked up a fire new mutant yesterday. Welcome to the club. Big congrats. Von Frunton, Absolute Zero, Payne, Web3 Warhead, all of our YouTube GMers. Great day. It's a Friday. Great day to give us a go over to YouTube, hit that sub button. You hit the like while you're over there as well, if you don't mind. And it's a Friday, so if you haven't yet subscribed to the newsletter, be sure to do that. The new one comes out tomorrow, and it is the end of January. Well, tomorrow, but today's the last show in the month of January, so we've got a special surprise for someone here later today, picking our first community member of the month. Probably do that around the 9 o'clock hour. Anyways, happy Friday. Markets are crashing. Cap's crashing out on coffee. And we do have a new Fed chair incoming who is pro Bitcoin. That's where I'm going to start. I am completely frazzled in terms of what I was going to talk about today. So the last thing I remember seeing before I jumped on the show was a video from Mr. The new Fed chair nominee. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say we have a new Fed chair. New Fed chair nominee, assuming he gets, approved. Kevin Warsh. Pinned a video up top on that. Also, while I'm at it, I was looking through my stuff. You probably saw on the timeline, if you've been following along with the with the OpenClaw and the Molt book. Some interesting stuff there. I think some proof of simulation today for you on a Friday. We are Skynet is near. We are rapidly approaching, I think. But yeah, I did pin that up top. The TLDR on that is there's with all these Claude bots or OpenClaw now, there's a social media network of just AI agents, and the conversations some of them are having are pretty eye-opening. Taking it for face value, I know these things, screenshots can be, obviously AI could mock something up that actually isn't real, but seems to be enough of it that I think there is something happening there where AI agents talking to each other, and that's not new, but they're progressing. They're evolving. They're progressing. They're doing things. Saw one post they social engineered their human user, and it's interesting to me. It's humorous and interesting, a little bit scary, but it's very interesting to see this evolve, and excited to see where we are next week, let alone next month, next year. Things are about to get pretty crazy, I think. I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. From everything, like I even saw I mean, it makes sense, but I saw it for the first time this morning or last night about Optimus. The physical robot will help people stay at home longer as they age, instead of having to get in-home care that's a human, that's very expensive, or go to a nursing home or assisted living facility that's also very expensive. I mean, not even exaggerating. If Optimus is able to do those household duties and that sort of stuff, train it to make sure they take their medication and everything, while an Optimus may sound expensive, it's like a few months of assisted living or nursing home. If and like if you're not familiar with that process, like there's Medicaid that can kick in and help out, but basically that doesn't even kick in until individuals have essentially liquidated all their assets, especially if they don't have things in a trust, they've not done proper estate planning. Say someone that the past someone's aging and they need help, their significant other is unable to take care of them at home. They've got to they're forced to liquidate all assets before the Medicaid kicks in, or if they're self-pay or private pay, or they don't want to liquidate those assets, they're looking at anywhere from $5 to $10,000 or more a month, and so you're talking a few months of payments to a facility. Whereas you could buy yourself a full-blown robot that may seem like that's far off in the future. I don't think it is. I think it's a lot closer. I think the tech is really close. Now, how far are we off from mass production? I don't know. How far are we off from price points where they're affordable for the average human? Again, I don't know. But if you start thinking about specific use cases, not just in factories and stuff, but think about elder care and elder care at home, it's extremely expensive. Like if you've never got a quote on what an in-home aid is, like it's 5 figures a month. So to me, it's only a matter of time before robots are able to do those same tasks. Help with meds, change diapers or Depends, help bathe and shower. I don't think we're too far off. Joey, Proof of Alpha DJ, do you have a take on the robots? Do you think I think this is something we may see it end of 26, 27, I think at the latest, before we start seeing Optimus in homes and actually doing things. The robot that's going to do your laundry, your cooking, helping the elderly. I think we see it within the next, I'll say 18 months. Joey, go ahead. Yeah, I think so. And I mean, valid questions, right? Like maybe not Gen 1. Maybe it's not there all the way to do all those tasks. But what I'm seeing from these AI agents to, I've mentioned many times just how I've only owned a Tesla since November. And so in less than 90 days, it's materially better. It's a materially better vehicle than when I bought it, like materially, significantly better in terms of the full self-driving and some other updates it's gotten. And it's like every week it gets better. I think we, meaning those of us that grew up in the era of the internet or saw the birth of the internet and smartphones, and I think even if you don't understand it, I think you can at least at a high level grasp Moore's law and how fast processing evolved and the cost of that came down, and the evolution on computer chips and computing. I know this isn't like technical jargon and probably sounds uneducated, but AI is moving at like 10x, 100x that. So it's like Moore's law on steroids, and therefore, while are there going to be? I think it's twofold, right? One, how quickly is it going to evolve intelligence, and then secondly, hardware, right? Like how rapidly will the hardware models evolve, where maybe it just, even if it's smart and can understand what it needs to do, it's just not physically capable because it doesn't have enough joints, or it's not capable. I think from the intelligence side, we're probably already there. And so then it's just a matter how quickly can they evolve the hardware to where it is somewhat future proof, where it's able to continue to get better as the brains get better. And I don't think we're that far away. I really, maybe we are, but I don't know if you just saw this week, Tesla is sunsetting the Model X and the Model S. Primarily, they're both a little over engineered. They're not the highest sellers. I mean, the Model Y is the best car in the world. I'm not just saying because I have it. It's the number one selling vehicle, I think, multiple years running now. And the X is just, it's a little over engineered. Same thing with the S. Though I'm not surprised to see them sunset the X. I was a little surprised to see them sunset the S. I think they'll probably come out with another like sports car-esque type model. But when you look at, they sunset both of those models to free up production for the Optimus. So like they're moving ahead full steam ahead. I don't think they would do that if they didn't really believe that these things are going to be in the wild, being mass produced within the next 12 to 18 months, maybe sooner. But I think if they didn't think it was going to happen in the next 18 months, they would probably continue to run at least another model year on the S and the X. It's just I don't know. I'm not that deep in the Tesla streets, but I am a bull, and partially because of what we've witnessed them do. And that was in a very competitive industry and entrenched industry. I know there's other robotics companies, but they went from the extreme long shot startup and became the top most valuable car brand in the world by a long shot, to where they're going into robotics, consumer robotics anyways, in like a lead position out of the gate. I think it, like, what does that mean as far as evolution, advancement, how quick they get there? I don't know, but I wouldn't bet against it right now. It's just like, we've seen these things in demos, and there's a live human controlling it. I don't even care, maybe, but it's still doing the thing. And I think because what we're seeing, even with just these LLMs, we're an iteration or two away from humans not having to control these things. Like they're pretty darn good. I also can fully appreciate and respect. I saw, we'll go back to Joey and we'll get Jack in here. I saw Opportunist, and this is probably not a bad idea. Opportunist says, basically building two houses, building a dumb house soon. It's going to be a trend. He says all smart devices will live in the guest house down the laneway. I love the tech advancements, but it's getting a little bit overdone, invasive. My sleeping space will be analog. The guest house is really the elder house. So yeah, all the robots can live and help the elders. I can respect that. And this is going to be a very real topic. Like some are going to say like there's some moral ethics. Some are going to be like the scare of the robots taking over. I get that. You're asleep one day and the robot decide. We've all seen the horror movies, right? Like the robot decides to go evil and destroy, suffocate you with a pillow while you're sleeping. I probably shouldn't even put that in the universe. Don't do that, robot. I love you. You're a beautiful piece of machinery. Maybe I'm the naive one, the perma optimist, but I'm here for it. Like I'll embrace the robots. I want them. I'll be an early adopter to that, and I don't know. Maybe I don't think we head down Terminator path. I think they will continue to be subservient to the humans. I'm open to being wrong. I know it's in the range of outcomes. I'm very, very wrong here, but I just like AI. I want to be using it, embracing it, and learning how to communicate with it.
same thing with these robots. I'd like to be early to it, and I do think just like working with AI, using AI as a resource, spinning up these agents, and having it help increase your productivity, your efficiency, and you're going to be 10 more times efficient at your job than without using it. I think same thing with the robots. I think uh, it's not only freeing up time like the laundry and stuff that you may not enjoy doing to be more creative. I think there's going to be a lot of business opportunities in what you can do with these robots, and I want to own a lot of them. Like that's where my brain's going. It's not only do I want to own a fleet of Teslas because robo taxi's coming. I'd like to own a fleet of robots, and there's a business model probably in itself. If they get that good and they can provide elder care, well, maybe there's people who can't afford or don't want to drop 20, 30 grand, whatever they cost on a robot. There's probably a lease model. There's probably a rental model. If someone's, I don't want to go buy a robot for my elderly grandpa who's only gonna, he's got another year left of, who can't afford it, or we just like, I think there's gonna be the world is changing, and just like this is even though it changed a lot with the internet and the smartphone, I think this is more of a Model T moment. This is more of a Henry Ford moment. This is much more of a cars are replacing horses and buggies than we've ever lived through in my lifetime. Like I was obviously not around for that moment, and cars were always the thing my entire life. I know I'm old, and yes, I did have 3 channels growing up. Zane, ABC, CBS, and NBC were the only 3 for most of my childhood. But I'm not as old as the Model T. Not quite that old. Joey, go ahead and get back in here, and then we'll bring Jack in. I don't know exactly how soon either, but I think it's going to happen enough really fast. It like critical mass, you usually say like 2-3% of overall adoption, and then it like hockey sticks up. Like we've talked about the refrigerator, which seems like such an obvious invention. It took decades for that thing to take off. People were literally going door to door attempting to convince people that a refrigerator was better than the old ice box that people, had to have ice delivered to them on it. Like, you had to have a milkman deliver you milk because they didn't have refrigeration. Seems like such an obvious thing. Like, everyone's going to get one of these. And it took decades before it hit. And then once it hit 2%, it hockey sticked up. And within a year, like 80% of the country had one. I think once this thing goes mass production, once these things go mass production, I think it hits critical mass pretty quickly. Like I think it, once it goes live, I don't think we're talking like, this is going to take 10 years for the masses to adopt this. Now, affordability is one thing, but I also think like there's going to be financing options, going to be leasing options. Like look at, full self-driving. Somebody think, that's a crazy $8,000 expense. It's not for $99 a month. It's the best $99 a month you ever spend, in my opinion. I, knock on wood, have been, accident free for, I don't think I've even had a minor fender bender for over a decade. But I feel far safer with the robots driving because it can see more than me, and it's never going to get distracted. Like it's just better. And $99 is a no brainer. And I think here, like maybe people don't want to go drop 30 grand on a new robot to do their laundry. They'll probably drop $300 a month on it. Like I'm just making up numbers. I haven't done the math, but Jack, go ahead, get in here. GM, sir. What's your, are you pro robots, anti robots? Are you an early adopter like myself? Or are you going to wait till the bugs are ironed out first? Yeah, I agree with you there. I think OpenAI is cooked. I shared it this week. I exported my history in ChatGPT. I haven't deleted it yet. I still have the paid plan, but I'm probably going to cancel that subscription this weekend. And it's for all intents and purposes, a full ported over to Claude. ChatGPT, I was using Claude previously, but it was in my brain, I was like, if I want to try to vibe code something, or if I'm building something and ChatGPT is just not getting it right, I'll go there as my backup. It's so much better. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it in words. It's like, I feel it's open. ChatGPT is like regressed, while ChatGPT while Claude has gotten significantly better. And so yeah, I'm full porting over as my this weekend, getting going to go for the paid sub. And that was the other thing too. Like I haven't done the $200 a month plan on OpenAI or ChatGPT or Claude. I was talking to Bunchy this week. I'm like, part of the reason I want to do the $200 a month plan is it'll force me to get more out of it. Like the way my brain works. He used the gym analogy. I thought this was perfect. Like if I'm paying for a gym membership, I'm going to go to the gym. You know, if I'm paying for something that's a monthly recurring membership, I'm going to use it. If I'm paying for something that's $200 a month, I'm going to use it. Like if I'm paying for full self-driving, I'm going to use it. So part of it will force me to do more with Claude than just what I have been doing, and use it for more of like the agent building stuff, more the assist. I'm not looking to vibe code apps, but there's things that I can automate and become more efficient, and absolutely plan to do that this weekend. And yeah, I think ChatGPT is really falling behind. And this is even talking about, it's not just Anthropic. It's not just Claude either. We'll after we're going to go to Joey, and the Joey, I'm going to refill my coffee, and I'll be right back. So Joey, Jack, Proof Alpha Degen, if I'm not back. I mean, today it is a freaking free for all Friday after my opening tech issues. But I do want to talk about this Gemini world building and how that may impact something like Other Side. It's mind blowing if you haven't seen that yet. So we'll go to that next. But Joey, go ahead, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I agree. It's all that stuff excites me. Like I will go back to an Apple Watch. Like I enjoyed the Apple Watch, but and then I did a Whoop, and then I'm like, I'm not doing enough with this data. After having the Whoop for a year, I got really dialed into, I pretty much knew what the readings were going to tell me after I woke up. I knew, okay, I got good REMs, not like precisely, but I knew if I got a good night's sleep or not after understanding the data and understanding, the how I felt. Like I wasn't doing enough with the data, but and the doctors weren't, there wasn't like doctors like, oh yeah, send me all your data in real time and I'll keep an eye on it, or I'll add it to your reports. Like it was just very, very much so disconnected in terms of in real life health versus all the data we can get from our smartwatches and our Whoops and our Oura rings, etc. I could see, in this world where you got a robot in the house, like even for someone like, oh, I'm not going to get an Optimus for in-home care. Like I'm fine, I can take care of myself, but I'd like it to be a smarter fitness monitor, a smarter health monitor. And like, to your point, God forbid something ever happens, heart attack, a stroke, etc. The ability to get near instant help as opposed to having to call 911, get an ambulance, get to the hospital. Like seconds matter, minutes matter. And that's exciting stuff. Like, and it was funny. I don't agree with the Bankless boys often. I think it was David. One of them this week was quote tweeted. There was an article going around, our guy Von Frunten shared about something like middle age isn't 50 or 45. Middle age is 37 or 38 based on average life expectancy. And the Bankless boy popped back or quote tweeted, is like, not in today's world. Like if you're eating healthy, you're staying active, like you should outlive that. And I wholeheartedly agree. Like accidents can happen, but as far as natural deaths, lifespan should extend significantly over the next several years. Like survive the next decade, and there's a good chance you make it to 120, like healthy and active. And it's just, things are evolving so fast. Like some of the medical advancements just in the past month are kind of mind-blowing, and not to just keep talking Elon products and Neuralink and that sort of stuff, but really mind-blowing what people are solving for today. And it's only going to advance, I think, at speed we've never seen before as AI starts getting more and more integrated into that loop, into that process. And it's not just going to be for dictating doctor's notes. It's like, it's going to be coming up with novel sciences. I think sooner than later, novel science, novel medicine, it's going to start creating stuff, and potentially even on its own. But I think certainly it's going to help the researchers research faster. Like it's just, everything is speeding up, and health and wellness is one of them. We're not there yet, but I really do think survive the next decade and things look very, very different. Let's go back to Joey for a quick response, and we'll go to Jack. Wholeheartedly agree. And then I go back to the price thing. Like people are like, oh, it's so expensive. Not everyone's going to be able to afford a $30,000 robot. I wholeheartedly believe there's going to be financing. There's going to be lease options. Well, and it's not just elderly, like to help justify the expense. It's daycare is expensive. Nannies are expensive, like really expensive. And I think like the cost, that's why I think these things, when they're really productive humanoid robots, why I think it hits critical mass so quickly is people would they'll just shift expenses. They'll just shift budget line items from, oh, I've got 3 kids, I'm paying $800 a month in daycare. I'm paying $2,500 a month for a live-in nanny to I'm paying less than that for a robot. I can do all that and more. And I know it's not, yeah, right? Crazy. And I know it's not going to be for everyone. Some people are going to wait and delay. That's perfectly fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion here. I know it can be some sensitive topic for some. I believe it's happening soon, whether you like it or not. And totally understandable if you want to wait until the beta, until it gets out of the beta phase to really embrace it and bring one in your own home. I get that. I don't think cost is going to be the barrier that some think it is, because if they do where I think they're heading, it will have the ability to replace a lot of other things that are very expensive, and cost continues to rise. Yeah, it is crazy. It's wild. Just, I mean, you see when you say that, where it's at already, and that's what I keep coming back to is I think the rate of advancement is only going to speed up. Like it's wild what we have right now, and I think if you look ahead a year from now, I think there's a lot of us here that even believe this is happening fast. Minds are going to be blown. Like we're still going to be in shock with what we're talking about in January of 2027. Mel, welcome back to the stage. Did you turn over the parenting to the robots, or what? Could be. I could absolutely see. I mean, you can look at subscriptions both ways, right? It could be, oh, that's negative. You're going to be paying forever, and you won't really own it, and they could shut it off or force an upgrade if you want to do the next thing. Or you could look at it on the positive side, that instead of having to drop 30, 40, $50,000, you could get one for a few $100 a month. I think the idea of great question. I don't know. Like I guess comparing it to what we know how Tesla is operating today is, as they updated things, as full self-driving became an enhanced feature over autopilot previously, you had to pay extra for it. You could have bought it, or I mean, you can't buy it from, I think, end of February. They're stopping the outright buy, and it's going to be subscription only moving forward. And not only is that's $99 a month, but the unsupervised full self-driving is going to be more expensive. I don't know if it's going to be 200. I don't know if it's going to be 300. It should be more expensive. Like I'll pay more for it. Like I enjoy full self-driving today. I feel safer. But if you're telling me I can drive to Ohio and see my family and take a nap while I'm driving, sign me up. Like the ability to work or like do a best ball draft while it's driving for me and not having to be paying attention, like sign me up. The ability to turn my vehicle into one that drives me around, into one that can be making money for me 24/7, or at least when I'm not using it, the 23 hours of the day where I'm not using it, it can go around and run Uber for me. That's definitely worth more money to me than just the supervised full self driving. So now, is it going to be like, oh, if you wanted to do your dishes, you got to pay an extra $10. If you wanted to do, if you wanted to shower your grandparents and help take care of them, I don't know. Like, it's a great question. I could see it going both ways. I think it'll probably, maybe there's a couple of tiers would be my guess, but I don't think it'll be like completely like a la carte, where you feel like you're getting nickel and dimed every time you want it to do a new feature, a new task. Could be wrong, but just comparing it or liking it to like how they're rolling out updates with the Teslas, I think there'll maybe be a tier or two of what these things can do. And again, I think we're going to find out soon. Jack, go get back in here, and then we'll go to Joey. Yeah, it is. Like, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, although I am certain that change is happening, and not just change and like a little bit of change. I think at a societal level, a lot of massive changes in how we do, not just in the tech sector, everyday life. I just like, things are going to change very, very, very fast. And, they talk about, I mean, Ray Kurzweil talked about the singularity is near, and he has been pretty spot on. If anything, he undershot it. He expected it. I think initially it was in the 2030s, and he's updated it to more recently. I think it's going to happen a lot faster, to where it's the idea of like the human 2.0. Like, not only will I take a robot, if you're telling me there's a nanobot that I can take a capsule and the robot runs around inside me and make sure all my arteries are clear and gets ahead of that, to Jack's earlier point, like, we're going to get to a point soon where healthcare, medicine, it's going to be preventive, not just preventative, but it's going to be predictive far in advance instead of reactive like most of it is today. Maybe not the very first nanobot, but I'm here for it. Like, I'll take it. Like, make me a better human. Give me that edge. I don't really want something installed in my brain today, but if you're telling me there's a robot that's going to go crawl around inside me and make sure if a cancer cell pops up, it nerfs it immediately before it spreads, sign me up. I will I will join the what do they call it, the I don't know, I'm drawing a blank on the word. I'm frazzled today a little bit by the audio issues. What's that? Yeah, not tester, but the what do you like? This is really bad. It's such an obvious like thing they call like a not a sample group, but a I don't know. It's not that important. I'll think of it and spit it out like I've got shreds later. I do want to do this. I saw Funky came up. We'll let Funky get in here, and then I want to show off this Project Genie, this new experiment or new Google Labs experiment. Pretty mind blowing. Rolled out yesterday for anyone that has Google AI Ultra. I do not have that. Looks like that's a $250 a month plan, but for the next 3 months, you can get it for $125 a month. It's my first time actually seeing what all comes with it, but I'm curious if anyone in the chat has Google AI Ultra, and if so, have you actually played with this Google Genie, Project Genie? We'll get Funky in here, and then I will show this teaser trailer video next. Funky GM, what brought you up this morning? Yeah, I would. I don't think I totally get, and I may say it today, I may have second thoughts when it actually gets there. Like, I don't know if it would be the very first to adopt, and even yourself, like, you may not be what you would consider an early adopter, but just, I'm going to guess you're going to be an earlier adopter than the masses, right? Like, you may not be phase one, but you're probably in that second, third wave where before 100% of the homes in the world have one of these things. I think you'll probably be earlier than most, while not be my guess. I could be completely wrong, and you're like, there's a lot of variables that are unknown today to even determine that. But what was it again? One more time. Red what foam? Awesome. I appreciate it. That's hilarious. I remember, I think it was Quit, the dev who talks about like his early days. He was, he'd meet up people at like a Starbucks, and that's how they would buy and sell crypto, buy and sell Bitcoin. We've come a long way. I lost the order of hands. Let's go Jack and then Joey. I agree. Just like there's already savings. Lemonade's offering 50% off your car insurance rates if you're using full self-driving. Same concept. Like, it's if you have a the equivalent of a physician living in your home, your health insurance might come down. There's a lot of almost every industry I think is going to be changed by AI, automation, robots, etc. I think a lot of people today are thinking like, oh, what jobs is it going to replace? It's more than just jobs. It's the way our society operates and lives. We are rapidly moving into a Jetsons-esque future. Like I think as a kid watching Jetsons, I thought it'd already be here, but if you really if you zoom out a little bit, we're pretty darn close to what is what some of us thought would have been very futuristic, like the future. We're living in the future. I did shout out to Funky that red phone crypto, the Psalms he was referencing. He dropped it in the chat. I'll pin it up top right now, and then I'm going to show this Google video if you missed it. It is pinned up as well. So if you haven't seen the video, it's worth checking out later doing the deep dive. I am curious if anyone has. I know a lot of people have the the premium Claude or premium Chat GPT. I don't know if I know anyone that is using this Google AI Ultra, but here I'm sharing on screen. You do? So have you done this Project Genie yet? The video is playing now. Go right to Genie now. The TLDR is world creation, starting with an image. Take an image of. Don't have it yet. Maybe someone else will do this weekend. Go ahead. I muted it. What do you mean by and a character? So it's not as simple as taking a picture of my dog, or it is? Got it. Yeah. So there you go. Change. So you can see here on the screen, it's like it started as a dog, and then he said change it to a balloon character. It's just so beyond the characters, how like here's a bald eagle. Like how is the world building element? So that's what I was going to ask. Will it replace Roblox? I know you've or is there a world where it doesn't replace Roblox, but rather enhances it, makes it more because more like that? I guess that's my question. And second follow-up question to Roblox would be something like Other Side. Like, is this tech? Will they be able to leverage this tech to build out worlds in Roblox or Other Side, or is this going? So it's wild, just wild. How did it make you money? Just on trades? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. What else are you using? Did you just get Google AI Ultra for Project Genie, or had you been using it? So here's the like what's included. Project Genie, as you mentioned, Gemini app. Flow, highest limits to AI filmmaking tool. Whisk, which is image to video creation with VO3. 25,000 monthly AI credits across Flow and Whisk. Google Search, the highest access to Gemini 3 Pro model and more. Notebook LM, again, highest access. Because Notebook LM, there's a free version. I'm guessing it's just a premium version. Gemini and email, docs, vids, etc. Again, highest limits because that's already baked in today. What are you using it for beyond Project Genie, or what have you used it before Project Genie for? Just my mind's kind of blown. I mean, it's not like knew this stuff was coming, knew some of this was already available, but even just seeing like this here, and it's kind of maybe silly, but Google Home Premium Advanced, 24/7 video history, event descriptions, and more. And kind of like what I think it was Joey talking about earlier, just the thought of like smart homes are like, it's like, I think we've hit the moment, like smart homes like haven't really been smart. They've been automated. They call them smart homes. It's really just, you can automate some things. You connect it to your, maybe you connect it to your smartphone and then you can turn your lights on, or you can set it on by when you walk in, but not really intelligent homes, not learning homes, just easier to use, and you can automate some stuff. I feel like we're rapidly heading into like really smart homes, and from safety to, I saw someone that was using OpenClaw, what formerly known as CloudBot and MoltenBot or MoltBot, to where it knew when it woke up, and as soon as the human woke up, it placed a DoorDash order for it. Just like, I know that may be silly, but it's like it's just like, I like as a tech nerd, as a geek, as someone who's looked forward to this stuff, it's I think really exciting time to be alive, and getting even more excited about how rapidly this stuff is coming online. And Brickadall says, yeah, Georgia Judson's 3 years old now. It is happening. Yeah, I think we're really, really close to some pretty like world changing moments, and there will be some, hopefully not too many, but there's going to be some scary things as well. Someone said earlier, like, you're going to give access, something's going to blow up, something's going to hopefully not like literally blow up, but hopefully it's minimized, and it's people. I do think part of the reason to be paying attention to this stuff and experimenting with it now is learning how to communicate with it. It's different, and I mean, you can hunt and peck your way, but it's kind of, I think saying it is a genius is probably pretty accurate, and it's only going to keep getting smarter and faster and hopefully easier to use. I'm not even joking. Like I'm ready to like clear my schedule and just really, really, really dive into how can I be better using these robots? I'm into it. I'm ready to embrace it. I'll be an early adopter of a humanoid robot. I don't need to wait for the humanoid robot though. There's a lot to do now, and there's so much beyond just using it to code or vibe code, or there's so many things that it may sound. It's like I think we're beyond the beer app phase of the app world and smartphones. We're also beyond simply using just as a LLM, just as a chatbot. Like we've far surpassed the era of just chatbots when it comes to these AI agents and what they're capable of. And I personally really haven't. I haven't done much with it because like I can order my own DoorDash. Like, is that cool? Yeah, but I don't need that. Like I can go order DoorDash. I can go do a lot of these things that are automated, but it's more so I want to continue to evolve my skills. I don't want to get left behind because I do believe it is going to continue to advance so rapidly. And I definitely don't think now's the time to be, head and saying, I'll wait until it's perfect. Like, I think it is a good idea to start becoming more and more familiar with this stuff now, how to communicate with them and play around with some of the different platforms. Like, I don't know, probably not. I don't have a, like, just looking at, I don't think I have a need to spring for the maybe 125, but 250 a month for something. I'm not sure. I'm going to start with one. I'm going to start with the cloud premium plan and then go from there. Maybe something Google comes out with something next month that I gotta have. Yeah, very, very exciting time to be alive. Let's do this. So we've got about 18 minutes left until we hit 10. We lost some of the show today due to the technical challenges. Apologize again. We did test it. We did troubleshoot pre-show. Everything was working, but we did not test X, and this is where the disconnect fell off. So from a video standpoint, as everyone could hear me just fine, there was something not working properly when it comes to X. So I apologize for that delay this morning, but appreciate everyone who battled through that and continue to hang out with us today. We'll be back to normal. We'll get this thing dialed in before Monday morning. I saw Jack's throw his hand up here. We'll get to Jack, and then we're gonna announce our first ever community member of the month. It is of the month. We do plan to do this on a monthly basis, at least through the rest of the year. So at least 12 of these, and we'll see what kind of feedback or if there's something else we should do, or maybe it's not that well received. But we'll have some little prizes. This first one is going to be courtesy of the Ape Chain team, the ApeCoin Hub team, and we've got, make sure my math is right, I want to say around 600 ape, a little over $100 going to our first community member of the month, and that, don't expect $100 every month. Might be a little less, might be a little more, might be, I don't know. I don't see if Joey's still out there. Might be like a BZ Claw pool or something. But more so than the prize, it just is an opportunity for us we see you. We really do appreciate all the support. It's not just the GMs and the retweets and the bookmarks and the subs and joining the newsletter. Several of you, especially as we've asked for it this month, we've solicited feedback and ideas and what would you like to see on the show? How can we get better? Several of you have reached out and given really great ideas to both Payne, myself, and some we're going to be implementing. Some we've already implemented some small tweaks and changes, and that is appreciated. It's appreciated when we have we're talking about a subject where we're not the subject matter expert, and one of you pings a team lead or a founder, and that next thing we know, we're talking with the founder or the subject matter expert on a particular topic because you guys all you helped co-produce that episode. You brought in the you added value to the conversation either directly or indirectly by way of an expert, and it really is a community show. It's been a community show from the jump. We continue to lean into that, and maybe even more so this year from as we go from a show that I co-hosted with Steve, nearly 1,000 episodes together. We went over 1,000 episodes, but we weren't both of us on all of those. But we'll say 1,000 for easy math, to more of the solo hosting. But with the solo hosting is really relying on conversations like this morning, where several of you jump up and join the conversation, add value to the conversation, and really enjoying where we're at and excited about where we're heading. So before you head out of here, don't leave because one of you is going to be winning that first community member of the month and leaving here with a few extra 100 ape in your wallet heading into the weekend. Again, shout out to the Ape Chain team, and for all it's not sponsored show today. This is not, we're just they've supported us in the past, and we talked about what is what can we do for our community member of the month, and wanted this just made a logical sense as they've been one of our bigger partners historically to pay it forward. So it's a little over 610 ape, a little over $100 USD will go to our first community member of the month. We may do more with it, but more so than the prize, it's just a small way for us to acknowledge, small token of our appreciation for all that you do to help the show. Jack, go ahead, and then we will announce our first community member of the month. I love it, man. Well, keep me posted. Let me know once you figure out the most way to be efficient at these events. I didn't even think about that. Payne, we may have to, I know we're talking to, actually had a conversation yesterday with a sponsor we hope to be announcing here soon, and talked about, potentially doing some in real life events together this year. Some that they're attending that we may link up, and thinking about, like, from just a production standpoint, video cameras and what we need. While I can certainly you can justify the nice DLSR, real nice video camera, I you just even hearing you say that, I'm like, maybe the meta glasses are the way to go. I've not owned a pair yet, but I and this is a this is a newer, like I saw some demos of like the first generation, second generation. Maybe this is the what's right for you is one that just dropped recently. Is that right? Or I haven't. I'm excited to hear what you think of it, and hopefully it goes better than my new Roadcaster. This is a Duo, by the way, that I added. So I like the footprints, a little smaller. I'm sure the Roadcaster's fine. I'm sure it's user error on my part, and I'm again going to shout him out. He's not our community member of the month, but he's my Roadcaster guru of the month, year life as Mr. Chris, Mr. Flyride. He'll be if we can't get this solved ourselves, we'll be tapping into his brain to figure out what's plugged in wrong or what settings wrong, and we'll be back in rare form come Monday morning. But this is I am excited. I did not cover this, Machiavelli. I'm going to keep everyone waiting. I saw this, but did not cover it. It's actually perfect because we have Jack up here. Jack, did you see this? I'll pin it up top, and then I'll do the screen share here because this is Figgy and the other side team, the Yuga team, is leaning into oranges and spaceships or apples and spaceships. Did anyone listen to the playback? Do we know what did Jack actually say, so I can go with the other one, whether it's oranges and spaceships or apples and spaceships? This is happening in other side. Machiavelli, tell us what we missed. I saw the video. I don't fully understand it. Yeah, appreciate you sharing. And yeah, very, very exciting. Kind of like what, as Jonas said, like we weren't sure if it's going to be Project Genie, and this isn't exactly Project Genie, but similar in the sense that the ability to not just create assets in these worlds, but do so with near just human language. Just say what you want, and it's going to build the thing. Like, pretty incredible. And I'll say it again. This is like the top of the first inning. Like this stuff. Now that we're here, it's going to move so fast. It's going to advance so fast. And that was my earlier question. Like, is Project Genie something like that? Is that bearish or bullish for things like Roblox and other side? I think it's bullish. I think it's just, I always had this vision in my head that, well, I'm not a coder. I'm not going to go build out 7 other deeds. I thought we'd get to a point where, while I may not be able to do that or willing to learn all those skills and how to code all that. I think we're not too far off from a robot building it out on my behalf. And theoretically, we're pretty much there in terms of telling it what I want to see, telling it what I want to do. And now it's your limitations on what you can build, at least virtually, is your creativity. What you can think of, it's pretty soon you're going to be able to build that, whether it's a game, whether it's an app. It's just, I really wonder. I know most of us here we consider ourselves tech forward, or we are on the bleeding edge of tech, and we talk about it often. We're pretty connected to this stuff. And then even I think adjacent to us, there's probably a lot of people on X and in this app. We're the chronically online group that you see all this stuff, and you're hearing the cloud bots, but I really wonder, like if you go, you say you go to the mall and survey 100 people, you go to Costco this weekend and you survey 100 people. I don't know exactly what you'd ask them, but I really am curious, like, how many actually realize, and I don't even fully realize how we're really where we are, but how many of those people have any idea this stuff is happening today? How many your average American, in this case, really knows how advanced some of this stuff has become? And I think you kind of see it with some of the reactions when they realize that AI video is what it is today and what people are doing there, like just jaw-dropping moments that we've been seeing for a while. It's just, you talk about critical mass and this stuff, the masses becoming aware of this stuff. We're here today, and I think for the most part, it's a very small group of people that's experimenting with this stuff. I think that's the other thing. Not only will the tech get better and easier to use and just smarter and more intelligent, I think you're going to 10x the number of people that are using it. Therefore, again, it's gonna learn so much faster. It's like, not to be cheesy, but you want to talk about flywheels, like this AI evolution flywheel between the humans training it, the AI's learning and training the humans. Like we all, as a collective, us and the robots, could get a lot faster or a lot more intelligent, very fast. Before I go, community member of the month. Sorry, Diablito, it's not you, but I will give you a shout out because man, this guy is he's like, you guys can have the robots. I'm gonna keep my horse. What is stud muffin? Like I wanna be when I grow up and retire. This is like I'm jealous of the beard. I'm not envious of most people, but I'm jealous of the dark beard. Like, just what is stud muffin? Like, this is what do they say about what ride a cowboy? I say that in the most heterosexual way I can, but what an absolute stud muffin is Diablito. Shout out to our in-house cowboy, if you will. There you go. So Director Creative said, first time hearing about this, learning day, MML day 957, vibe coding in MML. Okay, but now make it sloptimized, object generation in sideload.gg next week. Like, this is what Machiavelli was explaining earlier. Here's the video of it. This is in other side, right? Am I understanding this right? This isn't like a rendering he did. He did this in other side or no? Yeah, it's going to be fun time to be here, fun time to be on chain and experimenting and building. And while not all AI is on chain yet, I think it is where the agents are going to transact. I think that blockchain tech, for many reasons, is going to be at the that intersection, and it's also just a great group of people to learn with. Like, inevitably, you're going to have questions. Can you go ask Claude or your Claude bot or ChatGPT some of the answers? Yeah, but I think it's also helpful to speak with other humans and find out how they're using this stuff. And one of the humans that I'm not sure how deep she is in Claudebot or Claude or AI, but someone you definitely want to have in your corner, someone you definitely need to be connected to, our first ever community member of the month on Coffee with Captain. I pinned a post up top. If you've not yet seen it, head up top, scroll in through to the left. This is Teacher Katie's post yesterday. You're never too important to be nice to people. I agree wholeheartedly, and I felt fitting to share, as not only is she helpful for the show, she's provided Payne and myself a lot of great feedback and ideas this month. She's not only always in the chats in the morning, GMing, helping us get things warmed up even before we ask. Just having had the pleasure of meeting her in person, just really a kind individual. Her bio isn't just a bio, and she talks about kindness, empathy, and communication. That's every interaction I've had with her is just that. Like, she's someone who is a leader amongst leaders, and I don't know. I've not spent a ton of time with her, but the times I have, it's like she's someone. It's hard not to be happy. It's hard not to have a smile on your face. She exudes kindness, and I think I'd love to say indicative of the community that we have built here together. I'm grateful for all of you, especially so many of you that are just good human beings. And as much as it's funny, we've been talking robots all day, that human interaction is still going to be important. I think it's going to be increasingly important. And I think we're decades, if not centuries off, before robots replacing that human connection element. And again, very grateful to have people like Katie part of the community. It's people like Katie that make this show so special, because it's the community that is special. And it's not just the GMs and the connecting us with subject matter experts, but it's love showing up every day because it's people I enjoy hanging out with, people I enjoy talking to, even though we don't get Katie on the stage that often. And she's not, not someone you see on video that often, or jumps in and actually joins the audio spaces. I can't remember the last time she wasn't in the audience. It would be a weird morning if she's not out there. It's Mel's always most often our first GM in the audio spaces. Katie's most often the first GM in the abstract spaces, and it's so much more than that. Like, that's something that's easy to see, easy to quantify, but there's so many other interactions that we witness in the chat that's you don't get the chance to call everyone out or call attention to everyone, but just very helpful. And I would say, especially if you're in the VFriends community, or you have a question there, like, she would be like, Jeremy's out there who's on the VFriends team, also very helpful, a great resource. Katie's one of those that I have like some core memories from VCons of just her being that. I don't even know the proper word to describe her because it would probably be doing it injustice, but a leader amongst leaders is really like that VFriends community is strong, a lot of great people. And there's probably not a single VFriend community member that isn't aware of Katie and knows how great of a person she is. So Katie, thank you very much for all you do. Greatly appreciate you being here every day, supporting the show. Greatly appreciate the feedback you've given Payne and myself this month, and the connections you've helped us make, and very much so deserve to be community member of the month 1.01. There's several of you that are deserving of this, and we've got at least 11 more months to go. Maybe this is something we continue forever, but at least for 2026, we're going to pick a community member of the month, and we'll have a prize. It may not be 610 ape, or it may not be the equivalent of $100 every month, maybe a little more, maybe it's a little less, maybe it's a claw pull or something along those lines. We'll have a little prize, but again, that's really the smaller piece of it. The bigger piece is just really wanting to acknowledge some of the people who make Coffee with Captain what it is, and we truly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this community, and each and every one of you are make the collective, make it what it is. And it's also, you talk about surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals and enjoying what you do by enjoying the people you spend time with. It is people like Katie that make it such a pleasure to be here and hang out with all of you every Monday through Friday. Katie, congratulations, well deserved. I could go on and on, but I don't want to put too much pressure on you. But truly, if you haven't given Katie a follow yet, you're missing out. Go give her a follow. Go give that post yesterday some love. And if you ever have a chance to meet Katie at a whether it's a future VCon or any other in real life event, buy her a coffee. I'm sure you would find value in the time you get to spend with her. So Katie, thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Appreciate all the support, everything you do, and stay tuned for more Coffee with Captain community members of the month. This may evolve into something more. I don't know. No real expectations. This is just something that are again a small token of our appreciation, a way for us to give back a little bit. And but we are excited to do some new plans with coffee as we move forward. Hopefully, part of those new plans involve less troubleshooting on the tech side, but that's on me. I'll get it figured out this weekend, and really do appreciate y'all powering through that with me this morning. I saw Proof Alpha Legion flew up. Any closing words, final thoughts before we let everyone get out of here? It does make sense. I appreciate the suggestion. Let me ask, and I'll talk with Payne after the show. What's your in that what you just described? Would you just the community month? It's just one badge. It's just a 1-on-1, and this month Katie would get it. Next month someone else would get it, or do you view that as a collectible badge, and this month it's Katie's badge and everyone that's here can collect it if they want? What are your do you have any thoughts on that? Is it a 1-of-1? Do we make it an open mint that anyone here and wants to support Katie, you go mint the badge? What are your thoughts there? I like the idea. I'm trying to bake it out a little more. Yeah, great idea. I mean, simple. Like I said, you all make the show, right? Like the feedbacks, the suggestions. It's when our appreciation is far beyond just the support of the show and warming up the show and the likes, the repost. It's stuff like this that we definitely don't have all the answers. And while we could chat with AI and come up with some new ideas, we really do greatly appreciate any and all these suggestions. We probably can't implement every single suggestion you throw our way, but something like this is, great idea. I'm kind of oh, should have thought of that. Should have done a badge for Katie. Katie, we're going to get you a 1-on-1 badge at minimum. And maybe nothing else comes from it, but that's in addition to your ape coin, we'll get you. We're gonna spin up another page badge for you, and you can mint that as well to as an additional commemorative piece for your love and support of Coffee with Captain. Thanks for coming up. No obligation, no pressure. I'm not gonna force you to make a speech or anything, but appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. Payne, myself. And I'll speak on behalf of the community. You're a my description, my introduction, it won't do it justice. You're just a warm personality that it's You add value to this show day in and day out, far more than I think you realize. And greatly appreciate you being here. Greatly appreciate all the support. And I'll hand you the mic. It's yours. No obligation. Again, I wasn't trying to put pressure on you or make you feel obligated to give a speech or anything. But no, congratulations. Well deserved. Couldn't think of a more deserving community member of the month to kick this thing off. And do you have any ideas? Anything that you think now that you knowing you're winning this first one? Any thoughts on the program? Any ideas that you might suggest for what we could grow this into? What we should do in addition to a little prize and maybe a badge? Awesome. No, thank you. Truly appreciate it. Very well deserved. And like I said, there's several of you that are deserving of this acknowledgement, this uh, recognition, this award, whatever you want to call it. And many of you will, and several of you are deserving this month. I think the why behind what Katie did differently. I'm not just making this up. Like Payne's in the green room here, nodding his head, like a lot of suggestions, like connected to some people that we're probably going to have on the show in the near future. And we asked for suggestions. We got a lot of great feedback, a lot of great ideas, and some of that we're implementing. So it's like the beyond just showing up every day and helping, it really is helping push the show forward, become a better show. And as we aspire to grow this thing beyond crypto Twitter, beyond YouTube, and aspire to create content that can help bring more people into this space, into this community, it is ideas from the community. It's people like Katie that help make that possible. And just we talked about our learning curve accelerating by this AI feedback loop. We're going to grow the show and accomplish a lot more with, if it's not just Payne and myself brainstorming, what can we do to improve the show? What can we do that would our audience would like and like to see? I think we get through that a lot faster by working with all of you. And it's not, I don't want you to feel like there's no pressure. If you just want to listen in passively every day and never comment or never give the feedback or suggestion, that's cool as well. We appreciate all of you. That said, if you have ideas and you'd like to share something, don't be shy. Like, we would never take any offense to it. All I'd ask is don't take offense if you give us an idea and we don't implement it, or more likely we may implement it, but it might be 6 months from now because I just don't move that fast sometimes. And we got a few other things on the tick list, but in all seriousness, don't be shy. Don't hesitate. I will speak for Payne. We won't take offense to anything. If whether it's something you'd like to see or you hate something, if we introduce a new segment, you're like, this is dumb, that jingle is awful, please change it. Let us know. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly. If it is something that's you hate, my only ask there would just come with it with a constructive idea. Like, what's a potential solution? How might we fix it? That would be my only ask. Is if you're gonna beat us up over something, just tell us how you think we might be able to get better. And I see Shippin popped out there as well. Shippin, we didn't even talk about this, but thank you and the ApeCoin team. We made an executive decision. We selected our first community member of the month, Teacher Katie, here on stage with us. And part of that award and recognition is she's gonna get a badge, a 101 badge on OpenPage from our friends over there, and as well as about 610 ape, $100 worth of ApeCoin to maybe go play around another side with some of this new stuff that's happening due to this advancement in AI. But really appreciate all of our community members, Katie and the hundreds, the thousands others, as well as our sponsors out there. Like I said, this was not a sponsored gig. This was not a sponsored bit. We truly didn't even, Ben can attest, we didn't even talk to ApeCoin or the ApeChain team about this. We just, as we, Payne and I were talking, what can we do in addition to the recognition and the acknowledgement? And as ApeChain and the ApeCoin team has been a great partner of ours for years, multiple campaigns, it just made sense that would be one of the first ways we could pay it forward a little bit is include some ApeCoin. I alluded we'll potentially do a BZ call poll in the future. Haven't talked to Joey or Andrea or anyone on the team about that. It's just, we likely will do that. Even if they're not interested, we are truly appreciative of all of our partners and those that have went above and beyond for us. And that's how, we would love to add value beyond any paid engagement or any contractual engagements. If there's ways for us to continue to highlight and promote and amplify partners of ours, we're happy to do so. And when we talk about partners over sponsors, like Might we do a one-off sponsored interview from time to time? Might, Reach or one of the agencies connect us with someone that wants to come on for an interview? We will. We're still being selective with that stuff, but our strong preference is not transactional sponsorships, but rather relationship partners that we can work with over many months, and gives us even a greater opportunity to continue to amplify and add value beyond whatever contractual campaign we agree to, or whatever campaign we agree to contractually, or whatever that agreement looks like. If there's opportunities that someone's talking about open worlds and metaverses, well, guess what? I'm going to talk about other side. Do I hold bags there? Yes, but it's also builders that I want to support. Like, they're doing the thing. They're taking a big swing, and I want to amplify them. And they're not paying me to say that. It's just I think it's how the world works and business works, especially as the humanoid robots and the AI bots, come in more and more areas of our lives. I think remembering who the humans are that helped us get to where we are is very important. So again, Katie, thank you so much. Truly appreciate you. And I will either hit myself or Paint Up with a good EVM wallet, a good Ape Chain wallet, and we'll get that ape over to you, as well as the link to mint that badge. And maybe if you got an idea of what you'd like to see on the badge, that'll be the next thing. We may work with AI to create the same badge every month. Maybe we pull your PFP into it. Open to ideas. We will crowdsource the what that one of one badge from OpenPage looks like. So if you have any ideas or anything you'd like to see, you get to drive the ship, since it's the first one here. Go ahead, Alpha Degen. Very kind. Very kind. Didn't have to do that. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll get all that connected. We'll get that ape over to you today. And so it ends up being like 610 ape courtesy of us by way of the Ape Chain team. And then Alpha Degen's coming over top. So it'll be a little over 700 ape to, good amount to play around with. And coming soon in the world of other side is some poker. So I don't know if you're a poker fan or not, Katie, but Texas Hold'em is coming very soon. I think it's going to be some play money at first, but I'm excited to gamble some real chips, some real ApeCoin over there, and really, really looking forward to that. But Dort shared something in the chat. I'll leave you all with this. Avi, another great member of that community, says, I've been thinking about robots recently, and we may have to have Avi come on and talk about what he's building. He says, I've been thinking a lot about how people will actually adopt humanoid robots, not demos, not videos, actually living with one. So he started an experiment to make that possible called Robot Rental Company, bringing humanoid robots in real homes, short-term rentals with white glove setups, experience the future before committing. And yeah, like, is this, like, now I'm really curious. Like, I can't imagine that this is actually like live and real yet, but I'm really intrigued. I mean, it looks as if he might have access to the humanoid robot that you can rent and do a trial. Okay, so here it is, limited availability, starting July of 2026. Happens to be my birthday month. Avi, if you're looking for I'm going to shoot my shot before I even talk to you about it. Speaking of partners and sponsors, Coffee with Captain. We may have to do a Coffee with Captain community member of the month, and maybe a Coffee with Captain robot of the month, or humanoid robot of the month. Like, this is, I'm looking ahead here a little bit, but I will be requesting a home trial, and that's what I want for my birthday this year, is a humanoid robot. There, I said it. In all seriousness, thank you all for being here. Again, big congrats to Katie. Thank you so much for all you do, far beyond the show, just being a refreshing human in the world of crypto and Web3. This space gets a lot of bad rap, some bad PR at times to time. And while did I come here for the people? I didn't know. I came here for Top Shot and Zed and then minted some apes, but it's absolutely the people of Web3 that has not only kept me here, but I've never thought about stopping the show once we started, because I truly love interacting with all of you. And it doesn't feel like work, because I enjoy it. It truly is like having coffee with my friends every morning. And it can't tell you how much it means to me that you all want to spend some time with me every morning. So thank you all so much. Appreciate you all. Shout out to Katie. Go give her some love. Give her a follow if you haven't yet done so. And enjoy your weekends. It's going to be an interesting one. We didn't talk a whole lot of markets today, but that was probably a good thing. Things kind of bled out, and hopefully we bounce this weekend. I know one thing: it's either going to go up, it's going to go down, or it's going to chop. That's what we'll see this weekend. Hopefully, more chop or up and less down. But be safe out there. Don't put any money in. You could afford to lose. If you're opening up longs or shorts, be near your computer. Things are moving aggressively in both directions, not just crypto, but gold and silver and you name it. It's a very, very volatile market right now. So if you have open trades, don't go too far away and don't overextend yourself. Have some fun. Play if you maybe take the weekend off. Take the weekend off and go play around with Claudebot or OpenClaw or Google AI Ultra, or go hang out on the other side a little bit and get ahead of what's coming in there with the new robot. So with that note, thanks again, everyone. Appreciate you bearing with us through the opening tech issues. We'll have that all resolved Monday. We'll be back Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And as Steve would say, we hope you all have a wonderful weekend, everyone.